A lot of the time, the podcasts are just a look back on what's been added to the game and focuses more on the player feedback and the occasional pun. But on this occasion, they revealed quite a bit for future updates. And then they turned the cameras off and they had a massive fight. Hey you beautiful Buccaneers, Falcore here. So after the massive fight, the developers revealed quite a few things that will be coming to the game in the months to come. To get the ball rolling, they talked quite a lot about quality of life updates and how they'll be injecting them more and more in 2023. Quality of life updates are not necessarily things added to the game, but rather changes made to the core mechanics to make life a little easier or just make more sense. As an example, one of the first massive quality of life updates was Shrouded Spoils, an update that really opened up the game. Would you believe before this update that Megalodons and Krakens and Mermaid statues never dropped any loot? Well, they didn't. It was a very dark time. The result of which was the update made a really huge difference to the game because of that. But quality of life can go much further than that. Fort of Fortune and Fort of the Damned are two examples of larger quality of life updates, expanding on fort mechanics and making a much bigger go-to world event for the players. Siphoning cargo crates was another quality of life update, and I cannot remember a time before this. The quest board is a thing. I mean, you could even say that Season 8 is essentially a quality of life update, taking an already present mechanic and giving it a breath of new life. So quality of life doesn't necessarily mean just sitting spots and names above fish like in Season 5, it could mean a whole host of awesome features that will expand the core gameplay for Sea of Thieves for everyone playing. Two of these things that were revealed was the inclusion of saving your ship and pirates' cosmetic parts, and then being able to switch out to different designs on a whim when you like. Think of it like saving your own costumes, and then it's a simple click to just put all of those pieces back on your pirates or back on your ship. They also revealed that expansions to the logbooks will be coming that will catalog and allow you to edit a lot more things from your adventures. So I'm pretty excited to see what they drop in or even take away from the game. Please get rid of geysers. Pull up at the top right now, get rid of geysers. Yes or no, hit yes if you love life. A new mystery is coming to Sea of Thieves post-Season 9, and the developers have stated they have learnt a lot of lessons from the last mystery. Although those who stayed up to date with these several different branching social media posts, in-game drops, and having to retweet something 4 million times for another piece of candy had a fun time with the entire thing, I think the resounding feedback for the last mystery was how convoluted it all felt, and how it was hard to keep up for the average player, or even me. Hell, it was difficult to keep up with all that stuff. The ending as well did not make much sense, and there was not really any essence of build up to the reveal of the final killer, especially because she was, already dead. So these are things they will take into consideration for the next mystery. No information on what this next mystery will be or the storyline that will be added, but the fact that they are taking on the feedback from the last mystery fills me with a little hope. I'm gonna be honest, I lost interest with the first mystery for 2 reasons. The out-of-game hints and clues were too frequent and too many, and the character they chose for the story had no real impact within the game world or the story setting. No one really cared about DeMarco, even his dad apparently, because he hasn't buried his son's body, mainly because in the game they only knew him as the waffle who couldn't set up an arena match in less than 45 minutes. Golden Sands will no longer be Golden Sands and will get a new name and a statue of a certain person. We already had a little hint as to what the name will be in the Christmas teasers, and I think it's pretty obvious who the statue will be, but I won't ruin it for everyone. I'm sure people in the comments will do that. But Golden Sands will continue to be updated through 2023, and it is nowhere near completed. Now, this isn't something they have exclusively said, but I get the feeling that just the way they talk about this outpost, or port as it is now, that this will be the central location for something much bigger in the future. I mean, you cannot have a port without the introduction of society. Up until now, all hub areas in Sea of Thieves have just been a ragtag outpost with no law or order. But you add a port, you need to bring in architects, investors, staff to run shops, and a population to help run all of this. So civilization and society will also come with new features, and I think the developers are being very secretive as to what this is and when it will come. Pretty excited to see what all of this could mean. Now, one thing you may have noticed with Flameheart's re-emergence, thanks to the efforts of the Reapers in the last Community Choice adventure, Return of the Damned, is a distinct lack of Captain Flameheart. Now, shortly after this adventure, the developers did state, just like New Golden Sands, the changes to the world would not be seen for some time. But 2023 will be that time, and they have stated that Captain Flameheart will return, and not in little tidbits of mystery, but something rather huge is being planned for his corporeal return that will change the world much like Golden Sands did. They stated in adventures and updates to come, his return will be momentous and change the face of the game world as a result. If I had to hazard a guess as to one of the changes, I could see Reaper's hideout getting its own makeover. I very much doubt Flameheart will be happy with a ragtag skeleton fort-like structure for his domain. He's far too big-headed for that. Big-headed. You get it? Because he's in his head's... because he's... Yeah, I can definitely see Reaper's hideout becoming a what up to Golden Sands. Think Golden Sands, but much more gothic, with gold trimming and silk rugs, and, you know, organ dubstep.
Hello everyone, Joe Neat here, executive producer on Sea of Thieves, with another weekly dev update. So, doubloons, balloons, balloons, rhythm and balloons, rhythm and balloons, doubloons and rhythm. Really funny Captain Falcon.
Doubloons will be getting much love too. I think I can speak for a lot of us when we say we have doubloons burning a hole in our pockets with nothing to really spend them on. I mean, sure, you can purchase gold from Lorena for your doubloons, but those who have done that will now be kicking themselves, as new types of rewards will be coming that will allow those of us with a stash of these clay coins to finally spend them on something. Think of it like the Dark Adventurer set, but with doubloons. Flex items. No hint as to what these items will be yet, but case in point, don't spend your doubloons on gold. Save them. You're going to need them. Also, the Sea of Thieves 5th anniversary is coming March 18th, and it was revealed that something big is being planned outside of and inside of the game. Christina McGrath got all giddy about this when they talked on it, and the last time they got giddy about something was when they weren't allowed to talk about Golden Sands turning into a port. So I'm looking forward to whatever this might be on the anniversary. And then they turned the cameras off and they had a big fight again. Get him, Joe! Get him! Get him! That about wraps it up, folks. I'll keep you all up to date with anything else leaked, teased, or revealed in the weeks to come. But you'll need to subscribe to, find out more, and hit that bell thing. Maybe like the video too, if you're nice. And if not, then next time you do a quest, it'll be on Old Faithful. Mark my words, I can make this happen. Your move, sonny boy.